we go.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
We just lost Val. She was here and then she was gone. Oh, there. There we go. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Okay. I can't really hear you. We ready?
No.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Can you hear me, Sue?
I can. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, let's mute. Take a nice big deep breath. Keep your arms a little bit wide, so you're doing more like a Y, and then take your feet wide. And isometrically pull your feet towards each other, but they're not going to move, just so you get a nice activation through the inner thighs. Now we're going to hold that activation as we pull halfway down. Go nice and slow, so you maintain that squeeze, and then come back up. Keep the arms nice and wide, like you're really trying to reach, and then pull back down. Do it one more time. And then pull halfway down. Now this time you're going to bring your arms by your side, your palms face the floor. Let's try to have the torso parallel to the floor, with your belly in. Now bring the arms out to the side. And then relax the palms so they connect. Clasp your fingers together. Come back up with the arms together. All the way up with your hands pointing directly up at the ceiling. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Now we're going to take it up and a little bit over to the right. So you get a nice little side body stretch, feeling this right by the waistband of your pants, and then come back up, still trying to get taller, and then go to the other side. Now come back center, and let the arms go and fold all the way down. Try to completely underweight your upper body here with your legs straight. Try to drift your booty backwards without falling. Now we're going to inhale to a flat back. Hold the flat back. Take your left arm out to the side so it's parallel to the floor. And then you're going to lift from the shoulder up, up, up. And then put that hand down. Keep isometrically pulling those feet towards each other. Right arm out, right shoulder lifts. And do it again, other side. Try to get nice height with that shoulder. Switch sides. And unweight the entire upper body. Let your head just hang there. Keep your legs straight. We're going to just stay here for a few more breaths. Now gently start to sway your hips while you're in this fold from side to side. You can let the inner thighs go and just kind of loosen up that area by shifting side to side. Your legs are staying straight. Okay, come back center. Inhale to a flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. And now fold all the way back down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Reverse swan dive back up. Reach your arms up. And 1 more time. Inhale, extend, and reach all the way back up. And all the way down, you're going to walk out and meet in your plank position. So hands come forward. You're gonna bring your feet 4 to 6 inches apart. Just hold your plank. Try to drop into your shoulders a little bit. So you feel the upper back nice and flat. Now let's take it to a down dog. Try to push your heels towards the floor, both of them. Now get high on the toes. Come back forward to plank. Make sure you picked up your base. High on the toes, your legs are straight. Push back, downward facing. Drive your heels towards the floor. Come up on the toes. Come forward to plank. And meet me back in your down dog. Now we're going to pedal our feet. So go side to side. Really pushing the heel down. The opposite foot gets nice and high on the toes, right? So you're working the pad of the foot also. Do a few more. Okay, let's come back to plank. Let's step our feet in so our knees are under the hips. You're in bear. Just hold here. And now let's go to a small downward dog. Heels are down. Take your left leg, sweep it back and up behind you. And then switch to the right. And keep going side to side. Want to have a lot of control coming down with the legs. So you're kind of adding a little resistance. Okay, let's all meet back in bear. Now, if your feet are 4 to 6 inches apart, that's awesome. I want you to squeeze your knees together and release them. And squeeze and release. And just do that a few more times. Now put your knees down. We're going to go right into cat-cows. Rounding the back. Try to get as big of a round in that back as you can. So you're really trying to separate the shoulder blades. Creating space. Now drop into the shoulders, take your gaze forward, look up. And again, round your back. You're just looking down at your knees. Push away from the earth. Now let's shift our hips backwards. And let's walk our hands forward. So you're targeting your lats. So try to isometrically pull those hands towards your knees. Just keep your head wherever your neck feels safe. Take some big, deep breaths. Really try to puff out the ribs. Nice. Now come back to your quadruped position. You're going to round your back. And then reverse it. And just do like 4 or 5 more cat-cows at a little bit of a faster pace. Keep that belly pulling in. That's your job today. Okay, come back off the knees. Come back to that small dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. And look through your knees to the back of the room. Straight legs. Just breathe. Okay, take your hands above your knees. You're going to unhinge through the hips and come back up to a standing position. Great job. Okay, grab your weights. I'm using 10 pounds to start these lateral lunges. We're gonna turn and face the side, it doesn't matter. Take your feet far apart, but let's make sure they're both in the same line. Bring your weights out in front, so you're just holding the arms nice and long. Nice loose grip on those weights. We're just gonna start out by lunging right, let the weights come down, and then come right back up till both legs are straight. And then go to the opposite side. This is almost like a bit of a warm up. Just going nice and slow. The most important thing when you do these lateral lunges is you don't round your back. So you keep your spine nice and long. And you push your hips backwards when you start your descent. So you're trying to weight the back of the body. There, we're gonna add a little hammer curl. So hammer curl the weights up to your shoulders now when you come up, and then take them back down. And curl, and lower, and curl. We're going a little faster now that we've warmed up. Okay, so now when we come up, we're gonna add on a shoulder press and then back down. So curl, press, lunge. Might notice your heart rate elevating a little bit. That's awesome. Whenever you start to work multiple muscles at one time, it's called a compound move, and that elevates your heart rate. Keep going. Okay, we're gonna do 6 more. Hopefully you're exhaling out when you raise those weights up. Inhaling on the way down. One more. Okay, put the weights down. We're gonna give our grip a little bit of a break. I'm gonna use my disc right now, so I'm taking my mat off to the side. If you don't have a disc, you could be in socks, or you can be on a towel. We're just gonna bring those hands out in front. You have that right foot sliding back. And if you prefer not to slide, you can just do a regular step back lunge. I'm gonna slide back and slide up. I'm gonna keep this as smooth as I can, with a nice big forward lean when I'm taking the foot backwards. So when you get down and you give that forward lean, you're actually really targeting the top part of the hamstring and your glute. He doesn't want to work that part of the body, right? Okay, adding on, we're going to slide back. We're going to rotate both shoulders to the left. Come back square, slide up. Do it again. Back, turn, come forward, glide yourself back up. Now, when you're coming up, I want you to put all the weight in the back of that left foot. So you want to be really pressing up through the heel to really emphasize the posterior musculature. Okay, now this time adding on, we're going to go right and then left with the shoulders. So twist left and then right and then center and up. We're just doing 3 more. That's one. Give me that forward lean. That's two. And three. Nice job. Okay, shake it out. Get ready for the opposite leg. Woo. That'll get the body warmed up. Slide back and up. Nice and smooth, right? No jerkiness. Putting all the weight into the front heel. A nice big forward lean. Yeah, you have the option to take this to a lunge, step back, rather than glide if it feels better. Okay, let's add in this rotation, go right, come back, come up. Same thing. It's amazing how we can train just using the weight of our body. Okay, let's go right, and now we'll add the left. So twist it both ways. Don't cheat on the twists, that's the good part. Challenges your balance. Really amps up the exercise. Starting to feel it, I hope you are too. Okay, we're gonna do two more. Here's your last one. Remember, trembling, that's your friend. That's like, woo, we're getting stronger. Okay, we're gonna do a little light band. You don't hear me say that often because I usually make you take the hardest band. But you're gonna put your arms through, just at your wrists. Extend them nice and straight. Now make the band tight. So you're opening up. You want to be feeling this right here. So hopefully you're connecting to it. Keep the band tight as you raise up the arms. Nice and straight. Keep it tight. And then come down slowly. Keep those arms straight. Go all the way down. Release the band. Good posture is super duper important. Tighten it, lift. And lower. This is great rehab for shoulders. Tighten, lift. Arms really straight, going straight up. And then come down slowly. And then let it go. Now reactivate. Posture, squeeze those shoulder blades, tighten the band, lift. And lower. And release it. Again, lift. And lower. And release it. One more time. Open it, squeeze, really proud of the chest. Keep the arms as long as you can get them. Lots of tightness to the band. Come back down slow. It's your last one here, make it great. Thanks. Okay, we're gonna have a lie down. We're gonna work our hips again. So now you want to take the heaviest band. So to get down to your mat, I'd like you to Put your feet in like a sumo squat position. So you have your toes in the same line. Keep your band. Bring your hands to heart and just squat it down slowly, pushing your butt backwards. And then see if you can take it all the way down. Now, use your elbows to open up the knees a little bit more. We're just going to stay in this position just for a few breaths. It's really good for you. Hopefully that sold you, right? I only do things that are good for you. Okay, now to transition to a Pilates sit-up, I want you to take the arms out in front to help you counterbalance, and now just slowly lower your butt and take your legs out to the corners of your mat. And now we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. That was so fun. Okay, let's do a nice full body stretch before we get started on our hips. So reach those arms back behind you. Point the toes. Bring your arms forward. Find your band and let's wrap it around just above the ankles. So let's make sure your shoulder blades are nice and flat on the floor. Your legs are straight. Flex those feet. Open out wide. As wide as you can with your legs straight. And then close it on forehands. So there's no tightness in the band, and then start again. Open as wide as you can. Really fight for it here. Close it slowly. Nice job. We're doing 8 more. Open really wide. Wider. Close slow. Nice. Open. Keep everything relaxed in your upper body, your face, your neck, your shoulders. You want to be bracing the belly though, because that helps to support your spine. So we always want to pull it down. Very slow and deliberate movement. Pick your breath, of course, very important. I'm going to do a few more. I don't know how fast you're going, but just keep going till I'm done. Here's my last one. Now take the bend, put it above your knees. Now put your feet down on the floor as close to your butt as you can get them. And maybe you want to just scoot your butt towards them. Now your feet are hip width apart, as are your knees, and you're going to bridge it up. Squeeze your butt. Now open your legs so you feel tightness in the band, and then close slowly. And just keep repeating that with your hips up. Open and close. We're going to do a few more, and then we're going to bring our feet together, which is going to amp this up a little bit. It's always good to get used to the movement. Okay, let's walk the feet together. Squeeze your knees together. Your band won't fall, don't worry. Squeeze your knees. Now open the knees. So you're working both your inner thighs and your outer hips. Squeeze the knees with all your might. And then open slowly. And squeeze. And open. And squeeze. And open. Now hold it out and give me a little pulse. Out an inch, in an inch. Keep your shoulders, face, and neck chilling. Just close your eyes, just kind of get lost. Now hold out as wide as you can. hold. Now bring the knees back together. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower your hips. Nice job. Bring those knees into the chest. Keep the band where it is. Just a little reprieve for your lower back. Let's make a little circle. Nothing like a little massage to keep us going. Go the other way. Okay, we're going to add in a little core while we're here. So, get your knees over your hips. Your heels are at the height of the knees. You got the nice bend in the legs. Now, press your lower back down to the floor, if it already isn't there. And walk those knees out a little bit. Move them out. And then bring them back to your starting point. So your starting point is with your knees over your hips. And then we challenge your six-pack muscle by keeping the legs bent, but moving them further out. And bring them back in. Now here's the key. Please don't let your lower back come off the floor. You want to fight hard. That's the effort. That's the work here. It's going to make you stronger. So you go out with your belly down and come in. So maybe you're moving 3 or 4 inches out. And maybe you're coming in 3 or 4 inches. Or maybe not even that much. And just keep this going. We're going to do 8 more. It's not a big move, but I'm sure you're feeling it. The most important thing here is the back is down and the belly. If it's puffing up, forget about it. You're going out too far. Okay, bring the knees into the chest. Now with the band around the knees, you're going to do open the legs wide, keep them bent, just like a little circle for hip mobility. So your knees are working independent of one another. Do a few more. Go the other way. Okay, take the band back to being above the ankles. Keep it tight. So you feel that it's there. Now, you're going to lift your head off the floor, tuck your chin, and drop your elbows back. Now you're going to take the right leg, push it down a little bit. This is really a six-pack muscle effort and hip flexor. And then bring that leg up. And then take the left one, bring it down. So the right one's not moving. And then come back up. Right leg pushes forward. Keep the crunch. And then left leg. Should feel your transverse abdominis muscles active when you're pushing the leg forward. It's not a big move, and you're folding up the shoulder blades. You're just going to do a few more, and then we'll take a break. Put the head down, bend your legs, get rid of the band. We are band free at the moment. Now keep your legs bent, feet are hip width apart. Just let the knees go to the right. Just let them fall there. And then pick them back up and let them fall to the left. And do that 2 more times. A nice little massage for the glutes. Okay, bring both knees back into the chest. You're going to rock and roll up. You're going to flip it around. And we're going to do a little plank series. So we're going to start out in a baby cobra. So come all the way down up onto the forearms. So you're in baby cobra. We're just stretching out the six-pack muscle that we just worked. And building some flexibility into our lower back. So while you're in this position, you're drawing in the belly. You're on the tops of your feet, your legs are just chilling. Okay, now take the chest down and bring your hands by your chest. We're gonna come into a full cobra. So pick yourself up. Same thing, legs are chilling, belly is pulling in. Come back down. Pick yourself back up. Come back down. Pick yourself back up. Come back down. I want you to tuck your toes under, come up onto the forearms. So we're gonna have our elbows in front of the shoulders. So move them forward. Keep those toes tucked under. Lift your hips up. You're in a low plank with your elbows in front of the shoulder. Lots of work for the tummy. Now put your knees on the floor in slow motion. Keep the belly drawing up and into the spine. Lower your hips. Back to your baby cobra, but we're going to keep the toes tucked under. Butt up. Knees up. Legs lock out straight. Knees down. Hips down. Try to walk those elbows a little more forward. And repeat. Hips up. Knees up. Knees down. Hips down. Just doing this one more time. Walk the elbows a little more forward or scoot your hips back. Butt up. Knees up. Knees down. Hips down. Chest is going to come down. Little reprieve. Turn your head to the side. Chill out, relax. Wiggle those hips side to side if you like. Loosening up your midsection. Little break. Okay, come on back up. You're going to meet me in your high plank position. And we're going to do some shoulder taps. So take your feet a little bit wider than you would normally have in a high plank. Because it'll help you stabilize while your one hand comes up. Tap the shoulder. And then opposite. So left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder. Keep really quiet through your hips. Try not to lock out at the elbow. Now, take it to a down dog. Keep your feet wide. Just gonna chill out here for a sec. Now come back to that high plank. Lift your left leg up off the floor. Put it back down and lift the right. And do that a few more times. Really challenging for your core. Keep the legs long. Okay, from here, put your knees down. We're going to do 5 nice push-ups. So come on down and press up. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now let's take it all the way back to a nice child's pose with your knees nice and wide. Sit back on your feet. Relax your forehead to the floor. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Okay, come on back up. Meet me back in your plank. You're going to drive your left knee to your left elbow and your right knee to your right elbow. We're just going to do this 5 times. Now let's put the knees down Let's do 5 push-ups. Come back to your plank. And let's take it to a down dog. You could either be here or in a child's pose. Just gonna stay here for a few breaths. Okay, let's walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale to a flat back. And let's do a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. And relax. Okay. Picking up my big girl weight. So if you have heavier than 10, grab it. We're gonna kickstand the right foot. We're gonna come down with a long spine. We're gonna bicep curl up, and then we're gonna go to a shoulder press. So I'm just holding one weight. Take it down, curl, and press. Only keep 20% of the weight in that right foot. Curl, press. Really important to drive the hips back. This is a posterior muscle chain for the leg. You want to keep a nice, I know I say this all the time, but it's super important, a nice loose grip on that weight. Don't over squeeze it. Okay. Switch feet and switch hands with your weight. So you're going to kickstand the left foot. Keep that left palm forward. Most of the weight goes into this right leg. Come down. Curl to a press. Exhaling out when you lift that arm. Three more. Okay, put it down. Whatever normal weight you use when you're doing 2 biceps at one time, feet hip width apart. I'm gonna have you do a full deadlift, palms face out, bicep curl up, full deadlift, curl. Try to go a little quick so you get a nice little heart rate response. Keep really good posture. So you're not hunching or rounding your back. You're pushing your butt backwards when you hip hinge. Okay, now hold up. One hand comes down, back up. Other one comes down, back up. Both come down and repeat. 1, 2, hip hinge, all the way down. 1, 2, and down. And 1, and 2, and down. Okay, take the weights by your side. Turn this into a little squat. So your arms are just holding the weights. This is more about keeping that spine long, your chest proud, and not dropping the face. You have 8 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, put them down. We're gonna do some sit-ups, like hard ones. How inspiring does that sound? Okay, it's kind of like a Pilates sit-up. So what I mean by that is, I want the belly pulling in the whole time. Legs bent. Now you have options. You can take a towel, wrap it around your hamstrings, and hold the ends if you need a little help getting up. But try it without it first. So arms are going to come out just to make it a little easier. You're going to C-curve the spine with bent legs. Come down nice and slow. Now I want you to get rid of all momentum, so let the head go down. Relax. Re-engage. Head up, tuck your chin. C-curve the spine coming up. Add a little rotation left at the top of the move. Come back, round down again slowly. Get rid of the momentum. Re-engage. Come up. Add a twist. Right. And down. Let it all go, so you release everything and then start from scratch. Keeping that belly in is really the hard part. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. If you want to try keeping your hands folded at your chest, do it. It makes it a little bit harder. So like kind of like a genie, and then twist, come back, C-curve down, nice and slow. You're the boss. Control the movement. Don't let gravity do it. And then up and rotate the other way. Nice job. Okay, we have a side plank to do. So I like to put a little cushion under my forearm. You're going to be on your right side. So I'm going to start this with my legs bent, and then we're going to progress from there. So lift your hips up. Take your left leg, reach it up nice and straight, and pulse that leg up and down. So you're getting the benefit of challenging your side body and working your outer hip at the same time. Now, move that leg forward as you move it up and down, and then move it back. Keep your hips up. Move it forward. You're going up and down while you move the leg forward and back. One more time. No one said it was easy. And relax. Take a little reprieve here. We're going to come back and do a full side plank on the same side. So you're down, now your legs are straight. Give your heels stacked. Lift your hips up. Sweep your left arm up. Legs are locked out straight. Lift your hips nice and high. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We're meeting on the other side. I know we're almost out of time. We have to move quickly. This is good stuff, though. So legs bent. You're on your left forearm facing the right side of your room. Lift your hips up. Take your top leg out straight. Pulse it up and down. Start to move it forward as you pulse it. And then back. And forward. And back. 2 more. Back. And your last one, keep those hips up. And a little reprieve. Before we come into our full plank. Get your legs straight. Here we go, lift those hips up, sweep that arm all the way up to the ceiling. Stack your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, meet in a forearm plank, just roll over, now you're on both your forearms, much easier. Hold here and breathe. From this position, take yourself back up onto your hands, high plank, hold here and breathe. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Walk your feet forward, all the way up to your hands. You're going to inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Pay attention to how much closer to those thighs you can get now that you're all stretched out. Inhale, extend flat back. Reverse it all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Woo. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Awesome job. Great workout, guys.